I'm telling you both that Luke Spencer is ill, perhaps seriously ill. And we must get a qualified medical opinion.
What for? You're a doctor.
Ida, why don't you listen to what I'm saying? I said a qualified opinion. I am an orthopedist. That doesn't qualify me to diagnose or to treat his condition.
Well, surely you have some thoughts on the matter.
Yes, thoughts, opinions, that's it. He obviously has a gastrointestinal disorder of some sort that could be any one of 100 different things.
Or he could be faking an illness as a part of some escape plan that they're hatching in there, couldn't he?
No, Gregory, that is very unlikely. Now, this could be very serious, perhaps even life-threatening. Don't you realize I'm trying to protect our investment?
Just what do you mean by that, Grant?
I should think that would be obvious. We cannot afford to have any of the hostages die before we get that microfilm. Now, he must be examined by an internist or a gastroenterologist before it's too late.
Out of the question.
Gregory, the man could die.
Grant, you may have specialized in orthopedics, but before that you qualified as an MD. Now, if you wish to order some medication, that's fine. I have no objection to that.
I would prefer a specialist see him.
I've told you what I will permit. Take it or leave it.
All right. All right, I'll have one of the servants go to the pharmacy and pick up an over-the-counter drug.
No. I'll speak with the servants. Write down what you want, and I'll see that you get it.
Same thoughts I am.
About Grant?
Didn't he seem just a bit too solicitous?
Are you questioning his loyalty?
Are you?
It is difficult to forget that he was unable to kill Dr. Gerald.
And he tried to get away once.
Perhaps a little test of Dr. Putnam is in order.
Just what did you have in mind?
Well, suppose we let him visit with the hostages all by himself. Of course, we'd monitor everything that he says and does. I think we're about due for a progress report. Do I have to identify myself?
That won't be necessary.
Are you prepared to meet my demands?
I have the microfilm.
And you're ready to exchange it for the hostages, I presume?
Under obvious conditions.
Conditions? What conditions?
Well, I won't hand over the microfilm until I say that the hostages are there and that they're alive and well.
In that case, proceed as planned. Go to the Olympus Plaza phone booth and wait for my call. They are alive and well.
Will they stay that way?
If you obey orders. After all, once we have the microfilm, we have no further use for them.
Cheer up. There's a nice, bright, shiny light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, can't you see it?
Could be an illusion, Robert.
I don't think so this time. Gregory tells me that the hostages are alive and well and they'll be there. My logic tells me that I should believe him.
And what is this logic based on?
All right. They want the microfilm. We're prepared to give it up. Why would they bother murdering innocent people when they're going to get what they want?
Perhaps. But the usual reason for killing hostages is to prevent identification of the abductor. And in this case, that doesn't apply.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Well, you know, I could argue the case against your unbridled optimism, Robert. We both know that kidnappers often don't fulfill their end of the bargain, and for no logical reason.
Might be right. But I'm betting the other way. And I'm sure that the families of the other hostages are going to want to feel the same.
Well, don't get their hopes up just yet.
Well, I think I will. They deserve a bit of good news, and for once I can give it to them.
And I think you're acting on impulse.
Come on, Ballantine. Have you forgotten how to hope? I think I'm going to call Connie first and tell her to come over here and man the phones.
And where will you be?
I want to see these people personally. Spread a bit of this hope around.
I noticed that you have more than enough to spare.
It's more than just hope. I've got to talk to these people and get them to believe that Gregory's going to keep his word. God knows I am.